JD, when you watch movies, do you watch trailers? Or do you search for the movie? Or do you just go in there cold, I don't know what it is, and just watch?
So actually my major was film. So I watch film a little differently from everybody else. Sometimes I go in cold. Sometimes you see a trailer and you're like, I have to watch this. But yeah, like I said, depends on my mood or what's happening around there. How about you guys?
로라나 JD 같은 경우는 영화를 전공하신 분들인데요. 그냥 정말 일반인인 저로서는 반전 영화를 굉장히 좋아합니다. 또 반전을 보고 그 반전을 찾아서 다시 한번 영화를 보는 즐거움이 있는 것 같아요.
Twists. Yes, I like a film with a good twist.
Theater and film backgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
A little different, right?
We like
Can't
the twist.
join you.
We love the drama of it. We love the drama. How can you tell? Now, films are, of course, filmed with incredible characters, unpredictable endings, and we hope that the Busan International Film Festival will be a chance for you to really appreciate many different genres and many different aspects of film.
네, 이렇게 매력이 가득 찬 비프에서 어떤 영화가 수상을 하게 될지를 지켜보는 것도 또 하나의 재미 같은데요. 그래서 이번에는 이런 수상작을 결정하는 심사위원을 만나보는 자리를 가지도록 하겠습니다.
Indeed, for our final segment, we've invited one of the jury members of the Sonje Awards. The Sonje Award is given to the best Korean and Asian films in the wide-angle section.
네, 와이드 앵글 부분에 초청된 단편 영화 중에서 최우수 작품을 선정하는 선재상의 심사위원이신 바스티안 메르소네 감독 무대 위로 모시겠습니다. 박수로 맞이해 주세요.
Hello. It's wonderful to see you here.
Yes, it's wonderful to be here.
Enchanté.
Ah, merci beaucoup.
Comment ça va?
Ça va très bien, merci.
다행이네요. He says he's well, everybody. He says he's very good. So, why don't you give us a short introduction of yourself?
Of myself?
Yes,
short
we want to know
one.
about you. Long one? You want
Long
a long
one.
Okay, that's
No.
fine. That's fine.
In very short, I'm Bastian Meiresonne, and I'm the happiest man in the world to be today in Busan, to be able to travel, and to be back in Busan.
Back in Busan.
네, 지금 바스티안 메르송 심사위원장님은 오늘 부산에 오게 돼서 본인이 가장 세계에서 행복한 사람이라고 하십니다.
And I have the honor this year to be a jury member for the Sonje Award. And I'm a passionate Asian movies lover and Korean cinema lover. And festival programmer, writer, documentary maker all around Asia and more specifically beautiful Korea.
네, 저희 심사위원님께서는 특히 한국과 아시아의 영화를 굉장히 좋아하시는데요. 기존에는 다큐멘터리 감독으로 활동하셨으며 지금은 아시아 영화를 전공으로 각기 국제 페스티벌에서 다루고 있다고 하십니다.
So you said that was going to be a short one. That was a bit long. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. So thank you so much for taking your valuable time. You said you are so delighted to be back in Busan. So this isn't your first BIFF, am I right?
You are exactly right. Actually, it's a birthday. It's my 10th BIFF.
10th
Wow,
BIFF?
congratulations.
Oh, 축하드립니다. 큰 박수 축하드립니다.
네, 10년째 BIFF와 함께 해주고 계십니다.
10th birthday. Wow. So how is everything for your 10th anniversary of BIFF?
Well, except some sanitary conditions, it's perfect. It's perfect. Everybody, and I really wanted to thank all the volunteers for their great work and the audiences which are coming to the theaters and which are so nice again this year. So everything is well.
네, 코로나 이슈만 빼면 지금 올해 비프는 완벽하다고 말씀하시는데요. 특히 관객 여러분들과 자원봉사자들에게 감사를 표하십니다.
So you mentioned that you do a lot of work in Asia and this is your 10th year being here. So after you finished your film school, you specialized in Asian cinema. Do you have any special reason for that?
My mom.
아, 네.
Okay.
심사위원님께서는 영화 학교를 졸업하신 후에 아시아 영화를 전공하셨는데요. 이유를 여쭤봤을 때 어머니라고 대답하셨습니다. Your mom.
Why is that?
Because my father was away for business when I was a small boy, and with my mom we watched actually Japanese classic movies. And she would tell me the story, and there were no subtitles on those movies, and I loved to be with my mother, and she would tell me the stories. And years after I watched one of the Japanese classics again, it wasn't the story at all. Because actually she didn't speak Japanese, so she invented the stories for me. And that was terrible, but at the other hand, it gave me a souvenir, and I wanted to watch as many Asian movies with subtitles to get into it.
You must have been a very imaginative boy. 네, 어렸을 때 어머니와 함께 특히 일본 영화 같은 아시아 영화를 많이 봤는데요. 어머니께서는 이제 자막이 없었기 때문에 저희 심사위원님께 줄거리를 설명해 주셨는데 나중에 성인이 돼서 자막을 보고 다시 영화를 보니까 그 줄거리가 하나도 맞지 않았다고 하네요.
So you had to watch all the movies again to make sure you knew the real story.
I did, and some more.
And some more, quite right. Now, you're also a consultant for many international film festivals. Of course, we're in beautiful Busan. So the question is, why are we better than everywhere else? No, sorry. What's the different parts of the different festivals, and how does Busan stand out as the best?
I think Busan is the most important film festival in Asia. And it's very important for programmers just like me to watch so many Asian movies being shown here. And the major difference is, just translate so it will be
Sure.
teasing.
네, 저희가 심사위원님께 다른 국제영화제 심사위원이나 컨설턴트로도 활동하고 계신데요. 부산국제영화제와 다른 국제영화제들의 차이점을 여쭤보았습니다. 말씀해 주신 게 지금까지는 부산은 아시아에서 가장 중요한 국제영화제를 담당하고 있다. 이렇게 말씀하셨어요.
It's the high sensibility, all the emotions, the sensibility by the programmers to focus on very special movies, the sensibility of the audiences, which are amidst the best in the world, getting really interested in all those movies, asking great questions, and being so thankful to directors or programmers just like me. So this is one of the best places to be in a film festival in the world.
부산국제영화제가 아시아 그리고 넘어서 세계에서 가장 좋은 국제영화제인 이유는 감성과 감정 때문이라고 말씀하시는데요. 특히 한국의 그리고 부산의 관객들의 감정의 몰입은 정말 세계 최고라고 말씀하십니다.
Indeed. So as we introduced in the beginning, you're one of the jurors for the Sonjae Awards. And as you mentioned a little bit before, what do you think are the specific characteristics of the nominees and the most important part for judging, do you think, for award-winning works?
As for the nominees, I think it's a special honor to be nominated amidst all the other short movies and to be screened here. And with my co-jurors, we are really on one level. The first thing it will be the most beautiful movie appealing to our heart, the one which will touch us the most, even above techniques or being the best. I think it should appeal to our heart. And from the few we already saw, there are many appealing to our heart. It's really special.
네, 지금 선제상의 심사위원으로도 활동 중이신데요. 다른 심사위원들과 함께 가장 선제상을 선별하실 때 중요하게 여기고 있는 요소는 얼마나 작품이 마음을 이끄는가, 마음에 어필이 되는가라고 하십니다.
So, appealing to the heart, I can see you like to have fun. I can see that you are, because you're having lots of fun here. I can feel it. And I know that you really have so much, energy for all of the jurors do for these movies. So is there a special movie that you think audiences should really pay attention to this year? I know you love them all, and you're not supposed to single one out, but if you could introduce maybe one or two really great movies that you think we should look at this year.
That's so difficult. Watch any movie because you have your own taste. And I'm no judge for anybody. The best critic is yourself. But if I should quote one, and a French one, obviously, it would be Léo Carrac's Annette, which was amidst the most surprising movies I could see the last years, actually.
네, 저희가 심사위원장님께 굉장히 어려운 질문을 드렸어요. 어떤 영화를 추천하는지 추천을 부탁드렸는데요. 물론 모든 영화가 너무나 감동적이고 여러분의 취향을 쫓아라라고 말하셨지만 특히 한 작품을 꼽자면 프랑스 영화인 아넷을 추천해 주셨습니다.
Yes, as we heard earlier, the tickets sold out immediately.
Yeah,
so
in minutes.
If you can, maybe check the ticket office. Maybe somebody had some cancellations, but it is amazing. With the director Bong Joon-ho's opening and actor Lee Byung-hun's award, some may say that Korean films opened and closed Cannes Film Festival. So how do you see, or what do you think about the future for Korean cinema and movies as a director yourself?
Actually, I'm writing a book about Korean cinema which will be published next year in France. So I'm really browsing through whole decades of Korean cinema. And one thing Koreans themselves should understand, that you have a beautiful cultural heritage. It's not just now that you have beautiful cinema. You already had beautiful Korean cinema back in the 30s and 40s in very difficult conditions. Back in the 50s, 60s, all those decades you had beautiful movies. And now Korea is very trendy the past 20 or 10 years. This is because, first, the translation.
네, 저희가 또 심사위원님께 감독의 관점에서 한국 영화에 대한 미래를 여쭤보았는데요. 지금 현재 프랑스에서 또 한국 영화의 역사에 대한 글을 쓰고 계시다고 하십니다. 하지만 한국 관객들에게 말씀하시고 싶은 부분은 정말 한국은 특히 영화적인 부분에서는 아름다운 문화유산이 있다. 지금뿐만 아니라 1930년대, 40년대, 50년대, 60년대까지를 거쳐서 굉장한 역사를 가지고 있다라고 하셨습니다.
Because you are also amidst the few Asian countries to have independent art house cinema and big blockbusters. And this is very important for all audiences. And the thing is, maybe the blockbusters are told to be quite American influenced or anything, but many times it tells your stories from Korea, and your stories are universal stories, with a little twist of your own country. So please be proud of it, because even if you are not Koreans in France, in Belgium, in Germany, we understand your stories. We want to get interested and to know more about your culture. And that's what makes the difference.
네, 말씀하신 건 지금 한국이 굉장히 세계적으로 유행을 하고 있는데요. 특히 영화에서 그러는 이유는 한국에는 단순히 독립 아트하우스뿐만이 아니라 또 블록버스터 같은 장르도 굉장히 흥행하고 있기 때문인데요. 특히 한국의 블록버스터 같은 경우는 미국의 영향을 받았음에도 불구하고 굉장히 한국적인 것을 세계적인 것으로 만드는 그런 노력과 그런 기술을 하고 있기 때문에 벨기에, 프랑스, 유럽 그리고 전 세계가 한국을 주목하고 있다고 하십니다.
And one last word, the future is bright for Korean cinema because you're having the best film schools in the world right now, and so many young, talented people, female directors and male directors. Female only 30%, but getting up. We are getting to equality. So great. Please keep it on. And it's going to be so bright. My goodness.
네, 또 한국 영화의 미래가 굉장히 밝은 이유는 지금 영화를 공부하고 있는 영화 학교의 많은 학생들 덕분인데요. 지금은 30%밖에 없지만 여성 감독들 그리고 남성 감독들이 모두 함께 굉장히 밝은 한국 영화의 미래를 만들고 있다라고 말씀하십니다.
I was going to ask you to give a last word for the audience, but you've already mentioned everything in what you said. So we should watch with our heart, and you would suggest that we just watch any movie because we are the best judge for that. So thank you very much for being here today. And when is your book coming out again?
Next year, but give me a lot of time to do things well.
To watch more movies.
네, 여러분 한국 영화를 누구보다 사랑하시는 BIFF 선재상의 심사위원이자 감독인 바스티안 메르소네 감독님께 큰 박수 부탁드리도록 하겠습니다. Please give a round of applause for our juror.
감사합니다.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much. Merci beaucoup.